When it comes to Another Simple Favor, while the banter between Blake Lively and Anna Kendrick remains a high point, unfortunately, Another Simple Favor falls apart when it's no longer building to something and it actually has to deliver the goods. So, to summarize the film, while Stephanie has been making a living off of being a new queen of true crime, her last case left her a bit traumatized to the point where she seems to be taking a sabbatical and now just focusing her book about Emily. Now, during her press tour, at least the beginning of it, Emily ends up showing to one of the events and Emily invites Stephanie to be her maid of honor. This is, of course, something she doesn't want to do, doesn't think that she should do, but with Emily threatening to use all the legal power that got her out of jail in order to take down all that Stephanie has built in her empire, Stephanie has no choice, and she finds herself going to Capri, learning that Emily's about to marry into a mob family and that there's a lot going on that could potentially create a threat not only to Stephanie's life, but also Emily's life as well. Leading to the question of why in the world did Stephanie get invited to all this potential drama? Never mind, is it a if or when she's going to get killed because of all these people, or is this simple favor perhaps an insurance policy? Getting to the review section, like we said in an overview, the dynamic between Blake Lively and Anna Kendrick as they have banter and kind of do mean-spirited comments with each other, it's what makes this movie. It's what gets you entertained. It's really the only reason to watch, because even in the worst parts of the film, as it hits its twist and it tries to come to a graceful conclusion but kind of falls apart, the dialogue is still consistently interesting, and that way they go back and forth with each other honestly saves this film. It is a huge golden crutch that keeps Another Simple Favor going, because not just between those two when it comes to their banter, but the comedy in general, it's not like make you laugh so hard it makes you feel like you have bronchitis, but it's definitely funny, it's entertaining. And even though some characters like Alex Newell's character named Vicky, they kind of seem like almost stereotypical ooh girl, random black girls gay type reactions to things, it's still funny in the way they handle things. And even though I'm kind of stone-faced for most of it, I saw this at an early screening and most of the audience was laughing, so it could just be a me thing. But last but not least, when it comes to Blake Lively movies, this is almost always a given, but her wardrobe was very nice, very put together, very stylish. And granted, fashion is not something we really take note of too much when it comes to our reviews, but I feel like on a consistent basis, Blake Lively, whoever does her costuming, even if she may never win an Oscar for acting, whoever does her wardrobe definitely deserves something. While those were the good points, the bad points, and one of the few times we've said low points in quite a few months, it's definitely the twist. The twist, and even in the ending, which is more of an on-the-fence topic, everything, once we hit a peak and it's time to wrap things up and finish off, the film falls apart. The twists in the ending feel very much like something out of a soap opera, and considering how good the dialogue and banter is in a comedy, it's strange that when it comes to the story, it's mid-key trash. And maybe calling it trash is a bit much, but definitely once it has to no longer build up to something, but it has to deliver goods, like we said in the overview, it just all falls apart in such a way that, never mind, it tries to present the potential of a sequel, but it also gives you no reason to want one. But even with that said, I would say Another Simple Favor definitely deserves some high marks in terms of writing, the dialogue, and interaction between characters. But in terms of story, it really feels like it just pulled something out of once popular soap opera, decided to remix it a bit to fit these characters, and didn't change what didn't work, and just decided, we're just gonna borrow, take, steal, whichever word you want to use, and based off of the star power, based off of maybe the controversy of Blake Lively, they'll have enough of a hit to justify any type of criticism that comes back, because people tune in and they'll get the viewership that they need to never mind the naysayers.